For me, this is the first time, actually. I'm very happy to be here. I'm Victoria Goldberg. I'm one of the producers on our MBC Life, the podcast for metastatic breast cancer patients, by metastatic breast cancer patients. And we're here with Niki, who happens to be a metastatic breast cancer patient attending the conference.
I am.
And I'm very, very excited to speak with you, and thank you for being here. It's an honor.
Thank you.
So please, why don't you tell me, right before we started this interview, you mentioned that you had quite a week.
Oh,
Do you want to share with us why this was quite a week?
I am, work-wise, as most women who are, I would say, work-centric. I am a microbiologist for Medtronic. I head up their global laboratory services for microbiology, and we're muddling through some things. And it's been an interesting week with my team. A lot of breakthroughs, a lot of good things happening, but you know, it's like anything else. It's a toss-up every week, right? So, but then, you know, coming here, I was able to get, my sister is with me, and I was able to get her to come, and she actually lives in Salem, Massachusetts, so she drove here to.
And where do you come from?
I am local. I live in Wallingford, and I am an explant from California. So
it's interesting. Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm told that all the time. Everybody asks me, "Why are you here?" So I came actually to for this job at Medtronic. I've been in this business where I'm in medical device and sterility assurance, and this has been my life's calling. I've loved it ever since I got out of college. So it's been very fulfilling to me. I love my job and I love my team, and it's been a good thing. So having this job and getting this job later in life, because I am older, was really kind of neat. It was a dream come true. So I find myself very fortunate.
So I don't like the older comment. I don't accept
Yeah.
it. But what's actually quite interesting is that you are continuing to work, and it's clearly a very, very difficult position. You love it, but I'm sure it's a very demanding position you're in.
It is.
And having to live with metastatic breast cancer is doubly difficult.
That was the part that was interesting. So going backwards, so when I got here, it was right after the pandemic, and I wasn't able to get a home or a house. I was living in an apartment, lovely apartment, but still wasn't what I was used to, and a year into me getting my way in Connecticut, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So
Pretty new to it.
yeah, and it was interesting because I hadn't switched over my doctors, so I had to fly back and forth, in order to get my biopsies and all of that. And I'm very fortunate that I had the means to do so. So I did go back and forth, but then when I did get the final diagnosis, I had just purchased my house. I had just had all my furniture put into the garage, right? So I had to lock up my house and go back to California. I'm lucky enough to have another sister in California who helped me through all of that. So I was with her for 7 months to go through treatment, and I came back back to Connecticut just last August after going through radiation treatment and other treatments, but it's been a whirlwind, and it's interesting that I consider myself a very strong person, but when I didn't realize how much I compartmentalized in order to just get to the next step, right? So conferences like this are really eye-opening to me.
Is this your first conference?
No, actually I went to another conference that was put on by Yale, and it was a few months ago. And that to me was actually life-saving. It was really eye-opening.
Oh,
So, because I found other people that were going through the same thing.
This is basically what you're looking for here, right?
Correct.
The community.
Yeah, exactly. Because, we as women, I think that we don't talk about our stories as much to others, right? Because we're expected to soldier on.
Yes, and be strong and, be there to support those who support us.
Right, exactly. And always being in a leadership position, I'm not used to sharing.
Of course not.
Right? So that was something that was really eye-opening to me, and it was freeing in a lot of ways, because I did find others that were like me, and I was able to share more. So now I tell everybody, now when I have the opportunity, I tell everyone about my story, and I tell everyone, things that I have come to know, or, tips and tricks and whatever it is, so that I can share, impart my wisdom to others as well.
So what's interesting is, and I think we should touch upon this, you are in a leadership position and you're quite open about your diagnosis. So I'm assuming, and I don't know if this is the right assumption, that people at work know about your diagnosis.
Absolutely.
And has it presented any problems for you at all?
Interestingly enough, my boss is also a woman, and she shared with me that her sister had metastatic breast cancer as well. But she had said something curious to me, that she said, be careful, because you don't look like you're sick. You don't act like you're sick. So if you need to take the time, take time. And I didn't understand that at first, but then as time went on, I did understand what she was saying. And my Medtronic is they're a good advocate, right, of anyone who has any type of sickness. They were very supportive. So I'm very lucky in that too, because many women don't have that.
Absolutely not. So just to get a little bit into the weeds, what treatment are you on now?
So now I'm on pills. So I'm taking Versemia right now, and I'm taking
probably
the inhibitor, the estrogen inhibitor.
Letrozole.
Right. Yeah.
And you're tolerating it.
I'm doing okay.
Versemia is not the easiest drug to be on, and
I
hope you're managing. I wouldn't want you to be in a meeting and have one of those GI issues in the middle of the meeting.
It's been an eye-opener. It's really been interesting, but as I've gotten, I've been on Versemia since August, so I don't have as many side effects as I first did, but I still do have, issues. And, every once in a while, it's one of those things where you're asking, you're asking the doctor, could this be because of the medication? And they're like, well, we don't know, because everybody's different, right?
true, so that, we run a few support groups that share cancer support. This is our podcast, is our parent is shared, a nonprofit organization out of New York, Shared Cancer Support, and we run some support groups. And it's true, when people come and ask us about side effects to a certain drug, we say, we can't tell you, this is what most people have, but it's not true for everyone.
Correct, yeah.
And I'm glad to hear that you are tolerating it well.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to hear that you're working and you are able to work. And you're, like you, I was in a leadership position when I was diagnosed with metastatic cancer, but I could not continue working for my investment bank because I don't think people would have been very, very accepting.
Right.
It may have changed now, but I'm very glad to hear. So, how did you find out about this conference and Infinite Strength?
So this conference, I found out about it at my oncology office. So they had a flyer, and of course I'm always looking for stuff. So I picked up the flyer, but it had said on there to call before the 15th of February, and it was way past 15th of February. So and I was like, well, why do you guys still have this out? And she's like, well, it's worth a call anyway. So I did call, and I got the 2 tickets for me and my sister.
Oh, we're so glad.
Yeah.
It's too bad you didn't bring your sister here.
Yeah, she's in there writing notes.
Learning
things, yeah.
Well, we're very, very glad you found this conference and you found this amazing organization. And so, as you said in the beginning, you came here to meet people, to be part of this community. Have you achieved the goal?
I have. I have.
You met us now.
Yes, I have. And my sister and I, we were inviting people to sit at our table because we're not like we were lonely or anything, because we
got
pretty much stand on our own 2 feet. But we were so we were lucky enough to get.
Are you going to go to the Living Beyond Breast Cancer conference in? I guess it's in April.
Oh, I did not know about
All right,
that.
so we'll check that one out.
Okay.
It's probably the biggest
And where is
conference. It's in Philadelphia,
Oh,
and I don't know why we're promoting Living Beyond Breast Cancer, but it's the biggest patient-facing conference out there. So
that is amazing, though, because
please check it out.
yeah, because if the more people that you can find that are going through these things, it's really liberating, I think. And a lot of the times, like I said, we don't talk about stuff.
Oh no.
And really, I'm Greek. I come from a Greek.
Of course, Greek Orthodox is a very close. We don't
talk about things.
Yeah.
We don't talk about things at all. So it is really interesting, because in this day and age, you would think but nobody says anything to anybody.
It's true. So have you thought of joining a support group?
So interestingly enough, so that was the other thing I said to my sister, because in California, I had a nurse navigator, and the nurse navigator had me join a support group that she leads, and I still call into that support group weekly. I haven't found anything in Connecticut that's like that. So that would be lovely to commune with others in the local area, because we would do nature walks, we would do all sorts of things together. But I haven't found that here, and that would be something that would be really, I think.
I mean, since COVID, I think a lot of support groups have become virtual and Zoom, but I think there is still out there that have meetups and stuff like that, and that would be really
I haven't found one yet, but that
so,
would be great.
Well, I will keep my eyes open, and if I hear of anything, I will make sure to let you know.
Thank you, I
And
appreciate
thank
that.
you so much for being with us, and good luck with
Thanks so much.
with your work and your treatments.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, nicely done.
So do you want to, Kate, do you have a